vibes. For now, I don't know if we're gonna keep it or not. Today we canceling folks. You know what I'm saying? We actually, it's time to. I feel like it's time to come back to canceling people. You know what I'm saying? So you already know it's your boy Kell. On the left of me is Ashley. You already know what it is. In the background, it's the boy Ty. And like I said, once again, I feel like as of today, y'all heard the Meg, the Clay shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna get fully into that. Everybody trying to cancel Meg again about a situation where she got cheated on.
How do you cancel a victim?
You know what I'm saying? Got crazy 2 times, by the way. Twice, by the way. And so we got to sit here and actually understand.
What, just twice she got cheated on?
No, twice she's trying to get canceled.
Yeah.
What they trying to cancel her for the first time?
The Tory stuff.
Yeah.
Nicki made a whole song about it. People were dragging
All right, anything
her.
Nicki Minaj do, bro, you can't.
But I'm saying, like,
she
Meg
got some brain damage.
She need to get canceled.
She need to get.
She might be canceled.
People were going to Meg's mom's graveyard and destroying her grave.
No, that's
people
diabolical.
are crazy, and I feel so bad for that poor girl. I feel like she can't get a break.
I mean,
try to cancel her after the party situation.
She might need to just chill for a little bit for real when it comes to relationships.
She
needs to stop putting her relationships on the ground.
That's what she needs to do.
Get you a lawyer or a doctor or something. Just kick it.
Get an NDA and just keep it off the internet.
Do what Nia Long trying to do with the young niggas. You know what I'm saying?
What? I love Nia. What's Nia doing?
She said she's gonna start putting people on NDA.
That's smart. I would with that much money. Like, why not?
I mean, we do it.
Like, why not?
We do it all. Hey, listen, you coming through, you gotta sign the paper. You know what I mean? I just think it's just smarter if you do it that way.
When you have that much money, I feel like why not? Because now it's affecting brand deals. It's affecting her money, not just her mental. Like at that point, you're costing me. That's almost like, I don't know if you guys saw Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. They have within their marriage, it's a contract, so it's a 5-year. So like technically, it's not a prenup exactly. It's just basically like he can't leave her for the next 5 years, which is smart because like with all these kids, it's like she at least has until they turn 5. And then there's like different milestones. So maybe it's similar to a prenup.
You say he can't leave her for 5 years?
Yeah, like neither one of them, I guess, can separate for 5 years. And then they revisit the marriage in 5 years.
That's kind of crazy.
So it's kind of like a 5-year marriage contract.
So they're hostages.
I don't think that's hostages. So I think this is one of those like mind our broke business, right? Like they're literal billionaires. So in my mind,
well, she's a literal billionaire.
Well, I say they because they're married.
They're union now.
But yes, she is in fact a billionaire.
Hey, brother, I do the same thing. Shit, you got a billion, let me.
But when it comes
to
the money, like it's so easy to be like, oh, leave or do this or you can afford this. But separating assets on a normal level is hard. Let alone at $1 billion and like where the kids go and things like that. I think it's smart.
She said, if he leave her, he'll go broke. I thought that was funny when she said that.
Who said that?
Rihanna. She ain't.
Rihanna
A$AP. A$AP said that?
No. Rihanna said that.
About A$AP?
A$AP.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Rihanna's a billionaire, ain't she?
Exactly.
Rihanna is, but what I'm saying is A$AP got a lot of like brand and beauty deals. Like he's a pretty boy. He's always owned that. He had a lot of high fashion deals. Think about Rihanna. She has J'adore. She has Fenty. She has a lot of high fashion. If they break up for whatever reason, I guarantee those designers aren't messing with him anymore.
Did she LMHV? What is it?
LVMH.
That one, yeah. She's that right? Yeah.
He just, nobody would touch him. I think it's similar to like Nicki Minaj. You guys were talking about her. I saw her trending recently. Beyonce's makeup artist talked about how terrible it was to work with her. And he's now getting threats and things like that.
Yeah, the barbers is crazy.
And people are threatening him. But at some point, you have to take a step back and see, like, who's the problem? If every single time your name is mentioned, it's followed with a laundry list of complaints, you're the problem, right? And I think when it comes to cancel culture, something that I think worked well was Target. Lululemon is going out of business.
I don't think the Target thing worked well. Niggas are still shopping at Target.
They are, but not at the same rate. And it hurt Target because they were begging for us to come back, and they're still begging. They've switched CEOs 3 times, and it's not working. And I think it goes to show the power of the black dollar, the power of sticking together, the power of saying no. Lululemon's CEO came out, made a bunch of racist comments. That's why he created the company. Asians couldn't wear it, blah, blah, blah. Talked about the black girls wearing it. He's now being outsold by Aloe and Fabletics, which shout out to y'all. Love the brands. So I think it just goes to show, like, when people do stick together, it is possible.
I mean, like I said, when it comes to cancellation, people gotta understand they got the power. You are literally supporting their funds and their lifestyle and their livelihood in general. There are a lot of people who just get away with shit. I mean, like I said previously in many episodes, that we are in basically we're being farmed, and so within the farm you have to distract animals, right? Like you have to keep them.
Oh, it's always something. We're so desensitized.
Yeah, I mean,
this administration's a great example.
Yeah.
One day Elon's canceled, one day he's not. One day he's back on, one day he's not. Trump's canceled one day, not the next.
Cause you remember what's the big joint? The big girl. She
Which
be
one?
dancing and shit with the flute. What's her name?
Oh, Lizzo.
Lizzo?
Lizzo is canceled.
Yeah.
Now she's skinny. She back.
If you guys have
She's
been
very
around for a long
problematic.
enough time, y'all will remember we had an episode before, back in one of the first studios. We actually talked about this.
Shout out Jerry, man.
She did a lot to get
Shout out
canceled.
Jerry. Jerry
Jay-Z was canceled for a while.
Jay-Z's never been canceled.
Yes, he was. Whenever he came out on Beyonce's stage, like this concert that I had
You-
just
oh,
went
you're
to.
You're talking about when everybody was saying she made those songs about him
Women
cheating.
canceled.
She
Women
did make the
canceled
songs
Jay-Z.
about him. It's not a they said. I mean,
Women
he
canceled
cheated
Jay-Z.
on her. She made an album. When she made 7-Eleven, they were separated. She was living out of hotels.
I ain't gonna lie. When a man does any infidelity, he's never gonna get canceled.
Rachel
for real.
Roy got canceled during that time because that's Dame Dash's ex-wife. That's who they accused of being Becky with the good hair.
I didn't know who she was.
Rita Ora got canceled. Ellen DeGeneres has been canceled.
Ellen
Rosie
DeGeneres is
O'Donnell.
canceled.
Um,
If you have,
Oprah
listen,
Teeters.
if your audience is like majority white and the white people cancel you, you're done. Like it's over with. But Oprah, you was talking about Oprah, you was talking about somebody else too.
Oprah Teeters. It depends on
So,
what
like,
people want to remember.
I'll give you a great example. Like for example, like Stephen A. is slowly getting.
He's very problematic.
He's getting slowly canceled within that community, in our community, because of his basically he's kind of grifting towards the Republicans and the center right. So black people are kind of moving away. But the thing is, with him doing that, when you grift, he's able to gain another type of audience.
So that
So
I don't think is the same as cancel
that's
culture.
not. That's what I'm saying. That's not cancel.
Yeah.
That's what people are doing in order to avoid getting canceled. Is that they're grifting instead.
But I feel like.
That's why Candace Owens is somebody who's not going to get canceled. While black people might not like her, white people will like her. So
But
it's
there's
different.
a difference in what you're saying. So when I think cancellation culture, I think you've said something extremely problematic and very wrong.
Mhm.
I think Ezra from The Flash.
Well, he did something problematic, completely wrong. So, like, yeah, he got canceled. James
Right.
Franco did something completely problematic, completely wrong.
You get canceled.
You get canceled.
Harvey Weinstein, you get canceled.
Yeah.
Not liking someone because they're now speaking on their beliefs and saying, you know what, Kel, I thought you were cool.
Mhm.
I thought we aligned. However, we don't align. I'm just not messing with you anymore. That's just, I'm not supporting you. That's not cancellation. And I feel like this is where people start to have issues. You're canceling somebody because fundamentally they've hurt a group of people or they've said something problematic. Target was canceled because Target basically said the only thing black people are good for is spending their money. We're not going to support you. We're not going to hire you. We're not going to support your brands. I don't care about you. I don't care about your problems, but you will pay me. So black people stop supporting because if you don't care about me, why would I support you? Versus a Candace Owens who is in politics. However, I don't agree with what you're saying. That's not the same as cancellation. That's just, you've now started to speak about things that I don't agree with. We kind of saw that with Taylor Swift when she started speaking out about Trump. Now it's, oh, she needs to shut up and sing. We're not here for politics, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's realizing somebody has a viewpoint you don't agree with. Now, one of the issues that I have with cancellation culture is certain things that happened to us growing up wasn't correct. And it should have been canceled, but it was deemed acceptable due to the times.
Like what?
Diddy making the band. Go get me a cheesecake at 2 o'clock in the morning while walking 6 blocks and whatever else. That was diabolical. When I watched that as a kid, I'm like, this is wrong.
I don't know. That's different.
Go
That's
get me some
Tyra
entertainment.
Banks.
That's
Cambodian breast
entertainment.
milk.
Nope. Tyra Banks. Oh,
Entertainment.
you're pretty. You know what? Let's shave your head bald.
I think
Then
that's.
I'm kicking you out the next episode.
I think that's like the
No.
times, right? Like at the
No.
time, we're like,
So,
oh, that
no,
shit's
no.
funny. Them niggas
I
really got
didn't
to
think
walk
that
over
was
and
funny.
get
That's
that shit.
wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Tyra's like, yeah, go
Wrong.
shave your head bald.
Wrong.
I mean, yeah, it's wrong.
That's wrong.
In like retrospect, yeah, but back in those days, they said, "Oh, this is just reality TV."
No, that was our parents who were hurting people. It's almost like, well, I got a whooping growing up, so you got a whooping. Well, that doesn't make it right. Like, it's not right. However, what irritates me with cancellation culture is there's a difference between fundamentally wrong and we let it slide versus you're now too sensitive. Like, watching Richard Pryor as a kid is hilarious. Watching Bernie Mac, hilarious. People coming out now,
they couldn't say
trying
half
to
of the
cancel
shit
him.
that they said
People
back
coming
then
out now trying to cancel
Cancel
Eddie
who?
Murphy. People,
Nah.
If you watch Rush Hour now on Netflix, they've bleeped out so many scenes because people are so sensitive now.
I don't know.
That's an
What
issue.
Netflix you got?
Yeah.
Now
Look it up.
they do add a warning in the beginning that says the views in this film, there's
Because
they do the
people
same
are
thing with,
so sensitive.
with Disney films. There's Disney films that have that, like Dumbo.
Because
has
now
racist depictions.
Because now everybody is very sensitive. There's a difference between fundamentally wrong and us just catering crybabies. And I feel like now everybody is crying. Everybody wants to feel seen, heard. I identify as, I view this, I see this. Oh, you can't say this because you offended this. I think there's a commercial where I think it's a new movie that's coming out. I think it's the new Scary Movie. And they're joking and she's like choking. And the guy tries to help her and she's like, you didn't ask for permission to touch me.
Yeah,
and he's
I know
like,
what you're talking about. They do scream and he stabs her and they're like, oh my God, he stabbed her. And she was like, how do you
I
know
don't
I'm a
identify
she?
as her. Yeah, and it's like, oh my God. I can't wait to see the movie because I think it's going to be hilarious. But that's the difference between like canceling someone and just being overly sensitive.
I mean, feel like being overly sensitive can still get you canceled though. It depends on the times. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think today, if you say something about, because like you said, it's levels, right? Because it's weird. I mean, J.K. Rowling will talk about trans people all day. Harry Potter series about to go crazy.
There's levels to cancellation.
Yeah. She's technically canceled.
She's canceled. It broke it down.
How is she canceled? Harry Potter about to?
It broke it down very
There's
good.
no way.
There's like cancellations where you face severe backlash and you're just done, like Harvey Weinstein or James.
Because
Franco.
do they play R. Kelly in the club still? I don't think so, bro.
I don't think so, actually.
I don't think they play a nigga at all.
I haven't been to the
only place you can hear him is at like
but you
grocery stores.
But niggas will,
they still play him at the grocery store.
Niggas will line up at a Harry Potter pop up right now. You know
but
what I'm
I
saying?
think so for Harry Potter, I think it's different.
Chris Brown was one of them.
And I don't think that was fair. Like, I think the Chris Brown hate is very wild to me. Like,
It is.
He did. So this is my problem.
Damn, niggas do not. Here's my thing: people do not talk about Ike like when Ike gets so much vitriol. No. He gets vitriol.
He gets vitriol.
Y'all niggas love Chris Brown, but Ike gets the most vitriol
but I don't
ever.
agree with that. So this is my problem.
And Rihanna's a billionaire, and it's crazy to me, bro. Like,
my problem when it comes to the Chris Brown hate is everybody is so quick to bring up that situation. I'm not saying what happened was correct at all. I'm not making excuses for it. I will never know the full story. We don't know. That man has been dragged through the mud for the last 15 years because of what happened. However, we still have Elvis documentaries. Like, we don't hold this same hate for the white people that are doing it. Woody Allen married the child he adopted, and
look,
he has
this
much.
is
I love whataboutism. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
No, my thing is Chris.
But we got to stop doing that.
No. Chris said what he did was wrong
because he getting backlash.
But Chris he still has been in lawsuits with other women, and apparently other women say he beating on them.
What about Trey Songz? Trey Songz is still active.
He's canceled. No, he's not.
Trey
Songz is canceled. Trey Songz is canceled.
Nobody believed him.
Has he dropped the album?
No, because he's canceled.
He was just on stage with his shaved head, like performing. Trey Songz.
He's going through it.
Like shave the braids, bro.
They're gonna get shows, but honestly, he's not gonna sell.
When Keke Palmer came out and said Trey Songz did whatever and locked me in a closet, nobody believed her. That's where the whole Wendy Williams meme came from. Girl, were you there? I didn't know you were there. Selena Powell, a known hoe, ran through, says Trey Songz did this. everybody was on her side. So again, my issue is we pick and choose who we bring stuff up for. Like, yes, Chris Brown is 1,000% wrong. However, was he or was he not like damn near a teenager when all that happened? Wasn't he really
so this
young?
Brings up the question now.
He was grown.
Was he? I don't remember. Like, this was so long ago.
This brings up. She did attack him, but he attacked back even
So-
harder. Like,
It's not. That's not in that. It's the continued actions he had past that.
I don't know anything about that.
And then he never.
The only thing I ever hear about with Chris Brown is Rihanna. When y'all just brought it up, y'all brought up Chris Brown and Rihanna. You didn't bring up whoever else.
Yeah,
Whatever
you talking about all the other women afterwards.
True,
I don't know about
After-
the new
after
Asian
Rihanna,
persuasions.
it
I don't know. However,
And then you got the black women saying he don't fuck with them, and bro,
Being
it's a lot.
colorist-
And then his attitude towards it is not one with grace. A lot of times it's more so, well, fuck it then. If y'all don't fuck with me, then it is what it is. We still don't. You know what I'm saying? It's a.
But that's what a lot of people do. So I feel like I'm kind of with him with that. Like, if you don't mess with me, don't mess with me. But don't keep bringing it up.
When you say
And
like
I get it. I understand. Like I said,
tried to come at Michael B. Jordan saying he only like white women, and he took the time out to be like, nah, like I like black women, and he went and dated black women.
I've never seen Michael B. Jordan with a white woman.
Exactly.
So I don't even know where that comes from.
The sentiment was that he seems like he's.
But like I said, I get it because like I said,
it's all internet politics.
Listen, it's hard to keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of that stuff. I'm going to bring up Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson. So his movie came out and everybody's like, yeah, I love Michael.
Pause. Did you, growing up, how did you feel about Michael?
I fuck with Michael. Love Michael.
Did you feel like he
was
Did you feel like he was the person everybody tried to make him out to be?
In terms of what?
A pedophile.
No, I was right when like, no, there's no way Michael was doing all that. Woo, woo.
Okay.
I had to go through a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at the real shit.
Because as a kid, I was never a big Michael Jackson fan.
No, you loved him.
In school, you
love
know, you
Michael.
gotta sing songs,
Big,
do whatever.
Big Michael. I mean, I still look.
We in choir, we did. I mean, he's a staple to music. Like, Jackson 5 is a staple to music.
Nigga, everybody was in that bitch.
I went to a very white school.
Moonwalk and all that.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
They love Michael.
They gonna mix Michael in with Queen and all that, huh?
Yeah. So when it comes to Michael, I feel like the Jeffrey Epstein brings up a really good point. For me, what never made sense with Michael Jackson, when people, I think that's the beginning of cancel culture. People were actively trying to cancel this man because of the amount of power he had. Michael, it's literally called like the Michael Jackson effect. Well, Beyonce has it. You can't cause public issues. People are lining up. It's public chaos.
He should have been canceled. That's the thing. Michael Jackson.
Why?
Why?
Yes, why should Michael Jackson have been canceled?
So this is the crux, right? Out of everything, forget the case, forget all of that. Michael Jackson, at the end of the day, literally laid down and went to sleep with kids that were not his. That is a fact.
Okay. So he needs to be, because this is where I get lost in.
He goes on interviews and said there's nothing wrong with all of the people telling him what is wrong with it. He still says there's nothing wrong with that.
So
off the onset of that alone, you should be canceled.
So
because
why
today, if any celebrity ever says some shit like that today, any level, there's no way that they're getting any play.
Was this strange
or any of that?
This is where I get confused.
It's not happening. Like,
were these his adoptive children?
No,
that
these were not his kids.
Children.
These were not his kids. These are
Macaulay
Culkin and his brother were two of the kids. Not only that, there's a couple kids he didn't make settlements with families because he did this shit.
So I don't know anything about that. This is what I know.
That's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. This is what needs to be known. This has to be known. And people don't know it. It's been talked about many times. People don't know this.
But
shit.
I've heard Macaulay Culkin speak about Michael Jackson and his relationship with Michael. So this is where I get very irritated with media and people and fake ass parents. So you want to cancel a man who clearly has trauma, who clearly, hear me out. Michael Jackson was touched as a child. Michael Jackson was in several predatory relationships with several males and females who didn't do things that they were supposed to do with a child, right? Michael Jackson, in my opinion, based on hearing him talk and everything, his growth was very stunted based on the times that happened to him and the age he was. I don't think Michael Jackson, seeing him as a grown man, you might have seen him in his 30s, his 40s, I don't think his brain was operating at that level. In my opinion, and based on what I've seen, Michael Jackson was a very rich man with the mentality of a 10, 12, 13-year-old. I don't believe, I would be very curious to see if he ever had a mental health checkup to see where he was actually operating at mentally, because people look at the money and look at the things. All of those children came out and said Michael never inappropriately touched them. There was never an inappropriate relationship. All those settlements that people like to throw out, he never admitted to doing anything to children. All of those settlements were money grabs. So I find it really hard to believe that as a parent, you're told, hey, this person is a predator, and then you go and you drop your kids off at their house. And then, oh, well, I didn't know. My thing is, if that's what happened and you allowed your kid to go to somebody's house that you know, hence Donald Trump right now. Everybody that's allowing their kids to go spend the night with Donald Trump should be in jail. If you let your kids go over there knowing that he's, quote, a predator, which none of the kids ever admitted to being touched. Even the little boy from Backstreet Boys NSYNC said, nobody ever touched me. On court records, I was never touched. Michael Jackson has never been accused of touching a child. So calling him a predator because that insinuation is wrong. That's wrong.
Would you let your son lay with a man in his bed?
No. A strange man? No. But I also think, like, what kind of question is that? Like, do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Okay. If your you have what, brother or sister?
I have a sister.
So if you have a son and he spends the night at your sister's house and wakes up, has a bad dream, hops in the bed with her, is that a problem?
It's my sister. That's his auntie.
Is that a problem?
It's his auntie.
I'm asking, is that a problem?
No.
Right. I don't know these relationships and I don't know how things were. What I've seen and what's been presented to me is a situation like that. These are kids.
That's not a situation like that, though.
These are kids that he's adopted. These are kids that...
He didn't adopt those kids. These
are
random,
I don't know.
These are random children.
I don't know. But again,
in his bed.
Why, as a parent, is your random-ass child chilling with Michael Jackson? Why is nobody asking that?
So the parent is just as much to blame, but...
It's Michael Jackson.
You know, it's just one of those things. Like, I feel where you're coming from because that's what I think it is. I think he really just had the mind of a child. But he was abused, but
does that excuse that? You can't excuse that. That's what I'm saying. You got to keep the same energy. That's the same thing with Chris Brown. I said
to be excused. Then
that's what I'm saying.
He was abused as a child.
Exactly.
Sorry, R. Kelly was peeing on 14-year-olds,
and he was also molested as a child.
That's an effect of him being molested as a child.
He had relations with children. You're comparing.
And Michael Jackson paid $24 million. He done paid $24 million on settlements.
We're comparing the input.
I'm telling you, you got to have the same energy for all of these people.
You have to,
That's the only way it makes sense. For every single person. That's what I'm saying. Like, my thing is, I don't have any beef. I have no beef with Chris Brown. I have no beef with Michael Jackson. I still listen to his music. Still listen to Chris Brown. My thing is, if we like to talk about these people, you have to talk about them too in the same light. That's all I'm saying. Because
I agree, but you have to look at the facts.
We can look at the facts on both sides. It's literally the same thing.
The facts aren't the same.
The facts is Michael Jackson had these folks in his bed, and then at the same time, he went on these interviews and said there's nothing wrong with it still. And nobody even held accountability or even said, hey, bro, you might need to just chill and go to therapy. They did none of that. They let him do the same shit over and over and over.
Like,
it was 2000s. It was therapy.
Not a thing.
Absolutely. And that, you know what I'm saying?
He was a celebrity. Therapy was definitely a thing.
Not a thing.
Therapy has been around since like the 70s,
forever.
the 60s.
The fact of the matter is, he was so powerful, nobody wanted to do anything about it because he was putting money in people's pockets. That's what happens. Is that people don't care to talk about these people because they have so much money and they line their pockets. You're not going to say anything.
Michael Jackson owned the rights to his music. In my
opinion, and he owned the rights to a bunch of people's music.
Right, because anytime they pissed him off, he bought the rights to their music.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm not going to piss this nigga off. He's going to take my shit.
What I'm saying is, for Michael Jackson, I think it was a longer play. For Michael Jackson, in my opinion, that was, we know what he's doing wrong. Let's show everybody what he's doing wrong and bury him in lawsuits. They knew something was off with that man mentally. They knew he was not all there. They allowed these things to happen. They allowed these parents to lie. They allowed him to get depressed and covered in all of these issues. And then he all of a sudden dies, which there was an interview done with his sister where she straight up said, I know who killed my brother on national television.
His physician is in jail right now.
Right.
They convicted him. He absolutely killed him.
So that
story,
was
not like there's no verdict
because he had too much power. Like
that. They gave him the wrong drugs and Michael died. Like
that story with Michael Jackson is an example of people around him failing him because of money. I don't think comparing Michael Jackson to R. Kelly is equal. I don't think it's equal. I think comparing R. Kelly,
are they one
of
one?
Elvis,
Are they 1-1? No, but
the output,
the energy,
very different.
the energy needs to
very
be
different.
very similar.
Very different.
Because it is still egregious, and today if anybody else did it,
I do not think it's appropriate.
It would not fly.
But it does fly. It flies right now.
Niggas would be.
That's not true.
Going crazy.
That's not true.
On social media,
we have the Epstein files right now that show our president was legally charged with rape. A 16-year-old and he's still in office. You cannot say that.
I mean, niggas
ain't
cancel Mike. They ain't cancel Mike, so we know that people don't keep the same energy. So it's like,
you literally just said if it happened today, they would be canceled. That is not true.
So a black artist, hell yeah. You talking about a white president of the United States.
I'm just going to base on what you just said. You didn't make a color until just now. So yes,
I compared Michael Jackson's situation with R. Kelly's.
Yeah,
they're not saying nothing about Trump.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not the same.
Chris Brown beating on Rihanna and then Ike beating on Tina. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
And Ike and Tina, I feel
we're not keeping the same energy. I keep the same energy. I'm with you on the Trump shit.
I keep the same energy.
You already know how we doing it. Like I don't fuck with Trump at all on any of them levels. I know what he's doing. I'm just saying most people. I'm agreeing with you. People are not keeping the same energy. I am.
I keep the same energy. I think that Michael Jackson. I would have to do more research. I'm not up enough to have an informed opinion on that. The rest, I'm here with you. Like Woody Allen, Elvis, pull it all. There's no reason they should still be making money.
I never listened to Elvis in my life.
I feel like
I've never listened to
Elvis.
I don't know.
He's not a treasure to any
I don't know anybody in my family or my group of circles ever listened to Elvis in my life.
I've never been like, oh my god, Elvis.
When I hear about that on social media, I'm like, yo, nigga, who listens to Elvis, bro?
Like he was a nigga who did music who died shitting himself.
I'm saying I don't listen to that motherfucker.
He's very big in the music industry. He still has a lot of pull. They just did an HBO documentary a couple years ago. Like he's still very prominent.
Let me reiterate and say in the black community, I'll say this.
In which circles does he have pull?
White people. I'll say this in our community, and this is why I'm speaking to mainly because I get what you're saying. They are cool with Elvis and all that other shit. In our community, we gotta keep the same energy with these motherfuckers, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to go and just fucking be like fuck Michael Jackson, nothing like that. But keep it a being. We gotta just keep it a being. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says, "Hey, that nigga slept in the bed with kids," you gotta be like, "Yeah, he did." You know what I'm saying? And that's up to you. At that point, you gotta be either say, "Okay, I'm okay with that," and that's fine. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you gotta be okay with.
That's a hard thing to say. That's I'm okay with
exactly what I'm saying. That's on you. But you gotta remember that shit and just keep remember that shit. Don't lie and try to deflect. That nigga did that shit and he thought it was okay. Trauma, absolutely, that's part of it. But then understand that a lot of people who do this type of shit, they went through trauma anyway. That's how that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens. You feel me? So, I mean, we got to understand that and keep that same energy with every single person who do these kind of things. Chris Brown is the same thing. You can't be mad at people getting mad at Chris Brown for beating the fuck out of Rihanna. We all see the video. It is what it is. Chris Brown just got to be humble, understand that will always be on his motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But you can't be out here being mad at people remembering that because a lot of people go through that trauma every single day. They get beat up every single day. So when they see you, and you were the poster boy for that shit for a good amount of time, and you're still kind of having this braggadocio, you know what I'm saying, aggressive attitude towards it, they're gonna feel, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna trigger them a little bit. So you gotta be humble the entire time. It sucks. But you did it and it happened, so you gotta figure out how you're gonna go past that. A lot of people don't come back from that. The fact that he did was a major thing. He's a big celebrity, and congratulations, but you gotta remember, you know what I'm saying, you still gotta be the guy to let people know, hey, I'm not that guy anymore. This is who I am now, so this is what we're gonna go through. So
I feel like at what point do we accept that a situation happened, but we move and grow? So like Chris Brown, for example. It's well known that most men from LA that are famous and popular are colorist. Darker skinned women are not getting into sections. I mean, and it's not just LA. Miami's like that. A lot of places are very colorist. So him being colorist is like, okay, got it. The Rihanna situation happened over, 10 years ago? At what?
Like 15, 20, I want to say.
So at what point are we like, okay, we don't keep bringing it up? Granted, I didn't know about all the new stuff. So I'm saying if that was the only issue, at what point are we like, okay, you were young, she hit you, you reacted. Yes, it was a wrong reaction, but you were assaulted first and you defended yourself. At what point do we say, okay, that's a very different situation than R. Kelly. That's a very different situation than P. Diddy. Like, at what point do we allow someone to make a mistake versus just straight up canceling?
Never. You never forget. I
didn't say forget. Like, acknowledge the mistake was made, but how do you move forward?
It's up to the person themselves. Like I said, once again, you can't stop somebody from remembering something or just bringing up something that you did in the past. When you do something, especially like I said in the limelight, because we hold the power. That's just how it is.
Fab doesn't get that same energy.
Who's Fab?
Fabulous. He
broke
Emily's tooth.
So Fabulous is doing a podcast. He doesn't even make music anymore. So Fab, where he was at before all that shit happened,
Joe Budden
is a different level of Fab. That's a good one. So Joe Budden, you're right about Joe Budden. I don't really.
What excuse do we have?
I do agree that
we do not keep the same energy with Joe Budden.
We don't keep the same energy with anybody.
We don't. That's the whole point, though. That's the point. That's the point.
There's no uniform.
We gotta hold these niggas accountable. See, you reminded me, like, you know what I'm saying?
There's no uniform spot where the buck stops, right?
Yeah.
It's
and we should never forget. We should never forget.
How you feel about each person? Like, oh, this person did an actual crime. Okay, so they're fully canceled. This person didn't. I think I want to make
so what I'm saying is, should we keep vilifying Michael and Chris Brown? No. What I'm saying is this: if that person does something similar to that act, you know what I'm saying, or people try to discredit. Like, here's my thing: don't discredit people for bringing this shit up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't think you should vilify that person just because they did it, especially if they're not reiterating those same things over and over. Joe Budden is not beating women again. I think right now he actually has a podcast with his current girl who he's been with for like the last 5 years.
Who?
Some girl, I don't know what it is, but he has a podcast where it's like a relationship podcast. So it seems like, and he's talked about going to therapy. He's talked about dealing with those issues back in the day. Like he hasn't what's that word where he hasn't reiterated those same abuse tactics to the women he's been with since he's dealt with Tahiri. Because he's talking about Tahiri, right?
Tahiri, the light-skinned girl after Tahiri.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He got a baby with Sin? Didn't he?
Maybe,
hit her
he
too?
was with Sin. He was with Sin. Yeah. So he hasn't.
Didn't he hit Sin too?
Probably. I don't remember. I remember him beating up Tahiri though. That's what I remember.
He beat up Tahiri. Yeah. The light-skinned chick, the little workout girl after that.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about the other one. I only know about Tahiri because that was like during. That was during Love and Hip Hop. Yeah.
And then him and Sin got into it. Yeah. Didn't he beat her up too?
That was the era. I had a girl at the time. We was watching Love and Hip Hop like every week. It's never again. I don't recommend.
So like you're saying one mistake, like
no.
Women.
No, he's probably did it multiple times. I agree with you.
And this is just what we know of.
And I agree with you. Like I said, what I would say is take accountability first. You know what I'm saying? Don't get angry if people bring it up again. 2, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
So at what point? So it's like, okay, you beat up 3 women. Oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Nah. You, like I said, always remember that person cannot get mad at somebody remembering. Is what I'm saying. But that person cannot aggressively be mad and say, nah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to be humble and just understand this is what happened in my life in the past.
But does that not involve a cancel? Like, should he not be canceled?
Should he not be canceled?
Yeah, because I feel the same way about, like, Angela Yee, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. I feel like there are so many people that are so problematic that just still have platforms.
So it comes down to
supporters.
What did they do? What do you feel?
Yeah, what did they?
Canceled?
I don't think if you said something.
Where does a person get canceled? Right? Because like,
so I feel like it's extremely ignorant to have a podcast targeting or a radio show.
Right? He's canceled technically.
Who?
Why is he canceled?
He's technically canceled. He was technically.
He's canceled by the white community. Black people don't care.
Which is a bigger cancel. Which is a bigger cancel than being canceled by the black people.
He should have sued the fuck out of Disney for that.
So he's like soft.
That's in his contract though.
What?
He got convicted, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it was probably in his contract. If you get
that's in all their contracts.
I know he was actually convicted.
They probably set that up with
because I thought he was innocent.
No,
they found him guilty of assault in the 3rd degree, which is unintentional.
It's like a low level, super low level, but it's enough for them to X him. Yeah, it's crazy.
He got convicted of unintentionally harming that woman.
What about the lady with Johnny Depp? From Aquaman.
She's canceled.
He's technically canceled too.
No, he's not canceled though.
He has not done anything.
He's chosen.
You think he's choosing?
Yeah,
he was canceled when it happened though.
Under false accusation.
He was canceled under false accusation.
He got fired like Disney.
Disney let him go.
But Disney won him back.
What's his biggest drug? Like, we can't even do pirates no more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, and you're right. Joe Budden, you know what I'm saying, was once again like, these people definitely need to be held to the fire if they want to. I feel like we
quickly forget in the black community a lot of the problematic things that are said and done. And there's a lot of podcast hosts that I feel like it's extremely harming when people get on platforms and disparage their community or lie.
Yeah.
Like somebody that I think is about to get canceled, and I've been seeing it on my feed, Her name is Dr.
Cheyenne Bryant.
Yes.
So Cheyenne, I think she has a doctor. I'm not sure. Everybody's like,
I can tell you the story. I know what's going on.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when she first got on the scene, it's her. It's another doctor I think that be talking about like relationships.
This is what I cannot stand. Okay, there needs to be a separate doctor form. When I scream doctor, I need a doctor. I need somebody that is an MD. I don't need somebody.
I don't know. Nah.
Hold on.
Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gonna do that.
I don't need somebody that wrote a bunch of papers because you can have a doctorate in philosophy. You can have a doctorate in history. You can have a doctorate in English. You can have a doctorate in fucking anything. Like I do not think it's fair to a medical professional who has spent almost 20 years in school to be called a doctor to share the same title as someone who went to school for 6 years and wrote a bunch of papers.
I don't think you go to. Oh, come on, you gonna say that?
To get your doctorate,
the doctor's gonna be on your ass. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't care.
I can't let you say it like that.
Bro.
You can't say it like that, bro. You gotta give respect to the folks.
No, you have
First
a
of all,
bachelor's degree. It's 4 years. You get a master's. It's an extra 2. You get a doctorate. It's an extra 2 to 4, depending on what
plus the dissertation.
You are a paper doctor.
Oh, don't even say that. That's so cold.
A paper.
I ain't say she's saying this. I ain't saying this.
I don't care.
Oh my
God. This is my opinion, and I'm allowed to have them.
She about to cancel doctors, bro. On me.
I'm canceling paper doctors. There needs to be a different form of terminology because now this is the problem with Dr. Chanel Bryant. She is not, in fact, a licensed therapist. She is calling herself a therapist.
She is a therapist. She's not a licensed therapist.
So she's not a therapist.
She's a therapist.
She's
not a licensed therapist.
So stop right there.
Now I agree.
Stop right
she should
there.
not be doing. She should not be talking like she is a licensed therapist, but she is absolutely. She's a doctor in the field in which she can't do therapy.
She cannot legally
She's a coach.
do therapy.
She's a coach. She coaches.
So this is the problem.
She's a coach.
And you're trying to argue with me about something that is incorrect. She can technically, depending on the state, she can go to jail.
Yeah, she can.
You are not allowed to say you are a therapist and say, oh, but I'm not licensed. You are not a therapist. You could be a life coach. You could be a health coach. You could be whatever you want. But saying I'm a therapist, but I'm not licensed is a problem. Saying I'm a therapist, but I don't adhere to policies and procedures and a board because all you do is bill insurance, that is not true. That is false misinformation. Mm-hmm. That is a lie, is what it is. And that is very problematic because if you come to get a surgery, right, from a doctor, and I tell you, all right, I'm about to perform this surgery on you, but I'm not licensed because I don't adhere to a licensure policy and all that's for is insurance.
No, that's
what she is not. So my ex is a licensed mental health therapist, licensed, went to school, got the degree, took the exam, has a board to abide by. You're basically saying I don't follow any rules, any procedures. I technically didn't go to school for this, and I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing. She cannot prescribe medicine. She cannot tell you what to do. She is not a therapist. She cannot sit and talk to you about anything. What she can do is give you advice. She can be a career coach. She could listen. She could do whatever. But calling yourself a therapist when you're not, calling yourself a doctor.
She's like a counselor. Yeah, I don't think she's called herself a therapist.
That's a problem. So I do think, and
but
you can be as mad at me as you want.
My thing is the doctor. She could be called a doctor as long as she has a doctorate in her shit.
There should be a separation because reading is at an all-time low. I don't know if you've seen the whole silhouette and extraordinary debate that these kids can't say the two.
They can't say silhouette. They can't say gauche.
They can't
what
say
the fuck is gauche? What is that?
I don't know. I was like,
it's gauche, ain't it?
Is it gauche or
gauche?
I didn't see that one, so I don't even. I need to see it written. I don't even know what you're talking about.
G-A-U-C-H-E.
Is it gauche or gauche?
That's gauche.
What is it, guys?
But what I'm saying is, when you have
gauche,
an intelligence,
they ain't gotta say gauche. Silhouette, yeah, but gauche, what the fuck?
When you have an intelligence level so low right now, and you have so many people that are craving things like therapy and help and things like that. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's a big problem when people cannot differentiate MD versus paperwork.
MD is medical doctor, though.
Correct. But when somebody's saying, hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Cougar, and I'm a therapist, and I'm not a therapist, I'm not licensed, and all I did was some fucking papers, that's a problem.
That is dangerous. Yeah,
that's a problem. So what I'm saying is, I'm not discrediting the fact that you wrote these papers. I'm not discrediting that, you might be a history doctorate. I'm not. Good for you. Cool. What I'm saying is, so so that people are not misled, because that's what's happening. There needs to be a differentiation between licensed medical professional and paperwork. When I watch Real Housewives, Dr. Wendy, I'm a doctor, I have a doctorate, Dr. Wendy. Bro, you wrote papers.
Yeah.
And when you're presenting yourself as a doctor, if I introduce myself to you and I say, hey, I'm Dr. Ashley Cougar, are you immediately going to think, oh, this bitch is a philosophy major?
What, if you say doctor?
Yeah.
No.
If I'm just meeting you in the wild and I shake your hand, I say, hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Cougar.
Yeah.
Where does your mind go?
What field?
In what?
Yeah.
And you're thinking medical. You're not thinking
I'm not
fucking
thinking medical.
paperwork.
No, well, me personally, I'm thinking medical. I'm surprised you think medical when you think a doctor.
Why are you?
You went to college like me. Like I've had professors that were doctors, but they were not all medical. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, and I never adhered to that shit. I'm not doing that.
But they got a
I don't
doctorate.
care. I think it's stupid.
I don't know.
I'm not doing it. That's stupid.
Because a dissertation at the end of the day is still a very high level. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. You wrote a paper. When I call for a doctor, I want somebody that can help me. It's not that hard to understand. I want someone that can assist me.
If I'm a doctor in physiognomic something, I'm doctor.
Nigga, what? I'm telling you, like, bro, these people
there needs to be a different term for it. There needs to be a different term.
License.
There needs to be
the license needs to have an extra term. I agree with that. I ain't gonna sit here and be like, because that dissertation, that's a whole. I know people who have sat and fucking.
I know
sweated
several people with a
years.
doctorate, and the people that I know with doctorates don't push that shit because they understand all they did was write papers. Is it on their name? Yes. Is it on their LinkedIn? 1000%. When you're having a normal conversation with them, they do not lead with that as their introduction.
So they go, yeah. Oh no, I mean, if you're not practicing, like actively practicing in your shit.
How do you actively practice a philosophy doctorate? How do you actively? How? Sway? How?
You write papers. I mean.
Oh. What?
Oh man, this is a good one. I like this though.
What?
Cancel the doctors. That's
crazy to me. Cancel the paper doctors. I feel like it's the equivalent of if you're Greek. Are you paper or are you made? Like you're a paper doctor. You can't do nothing. What? I don't have that together.
Like
if you wrote papers,
if I got a doctorate, I'm goddamn doctor whatever.
For real. If you wrote papers, shout out to you.
I think for paper writers, there needs to be a different letters after it. It should not be confused.
And if it does concern you, you can say, "What did you have your doctorate in?" And I would say, "Oh, philosophy." And you can be like, "Oh, well."
She calling y'all Paper Mario. It's crazy.
I don't have to give. Shout out to you. Shout out to your paperwork. I hope it gets you well. But there needs to be something to separate it. It's because now we have fake ass Dr. Bryant up here lying to folks. You've been giving advice to people under the false pretense that people thought you were a licensed therapist. You called yourself a doctor. You called yourself a therapist. You lied. That's grifting. You lied.
And y'all let her get off too. Like I said,
She's
always
still getting off. I'm seeing.
Since Dr. Phil,
does she not have
since
Dr. Phil is fake.
So this Dr. Phil, I ain't believe no
Dr.
niggas
Phil
with Dr.
is not
in
a
their
doctor.
name.
What's that other?
Since
white
that
man?
niggas, cause I used to watch Dr. Phil when I was a kid all
Dr.
day.
Oz ain't a fucking doctor.
Ain't he a doctor though? I think Dr. Oz is a doctor. He's a real doctor. He was a real doctor.
Dr. Oz is disbarred. What?
Was he?
Yes.
I gotta look that up.
He can't practice.
Damn. But
and now he's in the Trump
He is
administration.
a real highly trained doctor. He is a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Yeah.
An MD from the University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And was disbarred when?
Was he disbarred?
Because I remember reading about it.
They don't get disbarred. Doctors don't get disbarred.
But he got
He
in
ain't a
trouble
lawyer.
for something.
Yeah.
He got in trouble for something and wasn't allowed to medically practice. Because this was when he had all the issues and got
He's
kicked
the head
off
of
the show.
Ain't he like the head of some kind of department or some shit?
In Trump's administration now, yes. But he was found, there was a bunch of controversy with him. Because a lot of people
he faced a bunch of criticism for his whole medical professional.
Yeah, he's a grifter.
Because none of it was real.
He sells bullshit.
He has not lost
his
medical
license. He's a snake oil salesman.
But the thing about medical licensing is it is specific to a state, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you can be a doctor, you can use that terminology with whatever, but you're licensed in Pennsylvania, and that's it. He does not lose his license. He does have a lot of controversy around him surrounding, like, he'll be on his show, like, oh, this medical cure,
like other
this
doctors,
miracle drug.
Yeah.
But, that's, they're going to hype it up for TV. They're going to use their name for money. Like, Dr. Phil, I think we talked about Dr. Phil, too. I think he is a doctor. I think he has a doctorate.
I think he wasn't licensed for like during the time in which he was talking about his shit or something like that. His controversy was like similar to where he didn't seem like he was a real doctor. But
there needs to be a separation.
I agree. I think licensing should have some kind of extra title attached to it if you're
But
actively
that's the thing.
licensed.
Licensing is different. Like, I'm a licensed cosmetologist and barber.
But that's shit. They
That's
say she's not even a
different.
doctor though, so I
That's-
don't know. That's a whole different thing. But what I'll say is this:
Licensure is different than doctor. It's all different.
Cancellation. People want to cancel Dave Chappelle. They've been trying to cancel Dave Chappelle for a long time.
Dave Chappelle ain't getting canceled. He just bought a whole town.
He sure
Dave
did.
ain't going nowhere.
Now I'm gonna keep the energy up. I don't fuck like all you comedians who went to Saudi Arabia and y'all talking about Trump administration and all this other shit. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You
What you
tripping.
talking about?
Dave Chappelle was he's a social justice kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? He big on that.
So you don't know about the comedians going to Saudi Arabia?
I heard about that they're mad that Dave went over there and did a thing and he shouldn't have. But y'all didn't say nothing about us receiving money from them.
But see,
for the
once
last 10
again,
years.
we
You
can't.
didn't say nothing
We
about
can't.
Donald Trump's
We can't.
gold jet.
You can't
We
pick and
can't do.
choose.
We can't do the whataboutism.
It's either
We
wrong
can't.
or
We
it's
can't
not.
do it. We
I
can't
don't
do
think
it.
there's anything wrong with him going over
We
there.
just got to do the. We just got to keep the energy. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
there's
Energy.
anything wrong with him going over there. Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because of the shit he talk about. If you're active about
He talked about it on stage.
No,
He did it
I'm saying
at
like
his-
if
at
you're a
his
person
set.
who's big on like social justice and shit like that, you can't.
He did it on the set while in Saudi Arabia. He stood 10 toes down on his same jokes.
If he did do that,
He did.
If
And he
if
talked
did,
about it after.
I didn't see him. He said that he did. That's what he
How
said
can
he
you
did.
talk about me when I did the same stuff? They had never seen this before.
I don't care if they never seen it at all. If he did stand like on business like you say he did, cool. I ain't see it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you don't feel like we should do business with? Is it the Middle East in general? Is it Saudi Arabia? What are we picking and choosing now? What are we cherry picking?
I'm talking about him.
I'm asking. Is it the entire region? So like, don't go. Like, is it Saudi Arabia exclusive?
Whoever went and got that nigga killed, you know what I'm saying?
Got
Because he
who?
spoke out. That journalist that guy spoke out. Cause that's one of the main reasons why people don't fuck with Saudi Arabia is because they basically assassinate like their journalists and shit like that if they say something bad about their government, right?
Oh, like the U.S. is doing now. Like just killing people because they don't agree, or putting people in jail because they don't agree.
What, do we kill our own citizens if they don't agree?
A student just ran down 2 female students because they
A
said
student?
they didn't like Charlie Kirk.
That's
Our
that's why I
government
don't
is
like crime.
encouraging people to hurt people that don't agree with what they're saying.
You're
What
talking
are
about
you
the Trump
talking
administration.
about?
We don't fuck with the Trump administration, but I don't think that would happen under Obama's administration. I don't think that would happen under
But
Biden's
it's
administration.
happening now.
That's a
So
Trump
how are we
administration
picking
thing.
and choosing?
That's an administration thing. Saudi Arabia is a whole kingdom, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
that's
entire United States of America right now is governed by one person. One person is doing the same thing that you guys are claiming you don't like. So what's the difference? We're currently living that.
one country is basically like a monarchy. The other one is democracy.
Becoming a monarchy?
I don't know if it's becoming a monarchy. I mean, we
If
still
I
vote.
said no, it's no. I'm sorry, we're becoming a dictatorship?
No.
Is that what you want to say?
I don't think we're becoming any of that kind of shit. I mean, we still have democracy. We still can vote. I mean, I don't know.
Can we?
I'm not going to
Can
compare
we?
Saudi Arabia to America right now.
Did you not see what's happening?
Not right
Did
now.
you not see what's happening right now in Fulton County with our voting systems? Did you not see how they stop people from voting in Texas right now?
And so we got to vote to keep that shit.
But you
stopping.
can't vote.
Well,
They switch
so-
people's stuff.
So they're
You can
just trying
vote
to make
still.
it harder, but you can still
You
vote.
still vote.
In Texas, they set it up to where only Republicans can vote here,
And that's
only
illegal.
Democrats can vote
And that's
there.
illegal.
But
Illegal.
it is illegal.
And it happened.
However, they did pass an ordinance that says you can do that. So
Now, after
somebody
the fact.
somebody in the somewhere in the government either said, "Hey man, just let that shit slide," or somebody wasn't paying attention. They were just like, "Fuck it." Same thing here.
So, like
we're
I'm
taking
saying-
the R and the T's or the D and the R off of the thing.
In
Somebody
Fulton
here
County,
was
it's
just
happening
like,
right now.
"Yeah,
So
let it
you
slide."
cannot pick and choose.
They letting shit slide.
You cannot pick and choose what's wrong based on how
But
you
you know,
feel.
but like I said, I keep the same energy. I don't fuck with Trump either. So it's not like I'm saying cancel Dave even though Trump. No, fuck both of them. I don't like both of them. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna, you gotta keep the same energy, nigga. If you're gonna say, hey, this administration's terrible, and then you're gonna work with another administration that is working with the administration that you don't fuck with, what are we doing?
It's like how people are
What are we doing?
canceling people for supporting businesses that support Israel. It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
But look,
So you know, like there's businesses
my
that
thing is this: he didn't
work
have to
with
go over
Israel.
there. Yeah,
people hate Israel. So if you support McDonald's, for instance, McDonald's gave Israel money. So if you go into McDonald's, then you should be canceled too. That's basically this is how this all works, right? And this is the thing with this whole canceling thing. Where does the buck? Like I said, where does the buck stop?
There was
you have to follow this
yeah.
line. You basically can't support shit.
There was no
Same
need.
thing we talked about with iPhones. We shouldn't be supporting iPhones. We shouldn't support anything Apple because they're probably using slave labor.
I feel like it goes down, and this is cancellation culture is hard. I feel like there are major issues that you should stand up and say, at no point in time will I ever support anybody that is a rapist, right? At no point in time will I support anybody that has hurt, touched, or done inappropriate things with a minor. At no point in time is racism okay. And then I think it boils down to you individually. And I think people are so afraid to stand on their own and have their own opinions and what they support and what they don't. For me, I work extremely hard for my money. I personally do not support brands or businesses that do not fuck with me as a black woman. Yes, I am biracial. However, on my black side, if you do not want my black dollars, you will get none of my biracial dollars. It is not happening. That's how I feel. Period.
Oh shit, that's a new one.
I do not shop Lululemon. I do not shop, and because y'all love to argue with me in the comments, I'm not black, I'm not this, I'm not white, I'm this. That's fine. I identify as a black woman. I am aware that I'm biracial. When people see me, they don't see that. That's okay. What I'm saying is, I am not in alignment with anything that's racist. I would never buy a Tesla. It's not happening. Still kind of shop at Amazon every now and then. Mm-hmm. Prefer not to, but it happens. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect, but instead of us trying to focus on, well, I did it, so you should do it. And that's what I think the issue with cancel culture is. And that's why I think it's so cherry-picked and nuanced, and 1 minute you support this, 1 minute you don't, you're here, you're there, you're everywhere, right? If you're going to have your beliefs and you stand in your beliefs, that's all that matters. You cannot control other people. You can't control what happens. If you want to listen to Chris Brown, cool. If you don't, cool. You want to support R. Kelly, cool. You don't, cool. You like Trump, great. You don't, great. Like, the issue, I think, that's more wider is everybody is so fucking finicky. Everybody's finicky,
and they're distracted. Because like I said, it's if you don't keep the same energy, it's mainly because you're distracted, or you might have a little favoritism. I get it. Everybody's gonna have a little favoritism. It's understandable, but you can't.
And things can be
especially publicly. You can publicly specifically. And that's my thing with Dave Chappelle is publicly you said that you don't fuck with these people, but these people fuck with those people. And you know that, and you've had people tell you that, and they say, "Hey, we don't fuck with them people either. You shouldn't go over there either." You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, and you know you shouldn't, and you even came back and said you shouldn't have fucked with them, but you did it anyway. So that's the thing. It's like you're portraying yourself to be something that you're not. Keeping the same energy is important. Obviously, you know when you deal with people, you want to make sure that they keep the same energy with you all the time. You don't want to deal with people who are finicky or wishy-washy. And I get it. Like I said, being distracted.
I don't deal with brands that are finicky or wishy-washy because I would be a liar to sit here and say that I've never worked with somebody that I know don't fuck with me.
So I look at
you can't help that.
Yeah, so I look at, like I said, with Chris Brown, like I said, like you said, and it's a fact, he was very young when that happens. Niggas make mistakes all day. And I get it. Yes, he does get on social media. He might be very aggressive about what he says and shit like that. And it might not mean that he actually felt sorry about what happened back then. And I don't think anybody should hold him accountable. But at the end of the day, if you're a fan or even him himself, you can't be mad at people who will bring you in your face. You know what I'm saying? Because you did do that.
And two things can
you
also
gotta
be
take
true.
it on the chin. You gotta take it on the chin.
He can be abusive, but he can also make good music.
Facts. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, yes, he did sleep in bed with kids. Yes, he made good music. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? If somebody brings it up, you can't be mad at somebody bringing it up that he did that shit with kids. That he paid settlements, you know what I'm saying, with families that he slept in bed, kids' beds, or the kids slept in his bed or whatever. You can't be mad about that kind of shit. It happened, the nigga did it, and he said it was okay.
And all them parents need to be in prison.
And they should, I agree.
Everybody
just like the parents who need to be in jail with R. Kelly shit.
R. Kelly, same thing.
R. Kelly, Prince has never talked about his 14-year-old girlfriend.
Huh?
Yeah, he did.
He had a 14-year-old girlfriend?
Yeah.
He met
her when she was 14.
But his estate keep his shit clean.
He met the backup
pull shit
dancer
out
when she was like 14.
That's crazy.
Brought her on tour, and then I think they started dating when she was 16, and then they got married.
Yeah.
And her parents were in on it.
Yeah.
Aaliyah. Like, there's so many.
That was R. Kelly,
like,
wasn't it?
is Dame Dash canceled? Is Jay-Z canceled? Jay-Z's been accused of all kinds of younger girls.
That's in the air with Jay-Z.
He got with Beyonce before she was 18. Like, at what point are y'all holding people, and again, the cherry picking? And I think the other thing
I think that's just, honestly, I think that's the nature of cancel culture. Is cherry picking. If it wasn't cherry picking, then it wouldn't be cancel culture, and we would be in a society where if you do something bad, you're out. Like, the punishment for fucking up is you don't have what you had
Chris Brown
before.
is so fire that he didn't get canceled. Michael Jackson is so fire they ain't canceling.
Did
You know
you
what I'm saying?
guys see? There was a movie on, I think it was on Netflix or Prime, where there's an AI system that you go and you sit with when you're convicted of a crime.
They had, what's his name? Buddy.
From Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
And then the white girl
Star-Lord.
from Silo?
She's talking about Mercy.
Yes. So there's a new system that's supposed to come out like that right now. They're supposed to be trying to roll it out. It was just talked about.
An AI judging system?
Yes. So basically, there's going to just be
so many movies.
Is that Minority Report?
Minority Report, Psychopaths.
Mercy is the newest one.
Mercy is the newest
I just saw
movie,
a thing that they're trying to roll this out and try it. So basically, to kind of like what
they're
we're
trying
saying.
to use AI to help police because I saw they were implementing it in like a black neighborhood or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's real shit.
I think so. I saw it on the news or on. I didn't research it. I did not research this. We'll fact check
so
it.
They're trying to roll it out, but basically there's supposed to be one system. So it's like the speed limit is 70 miles per hour. Did you speed? Yes or no? Yes. Did you break the law? Yes or no? Yes. Now prove your case. Why should you not be in trouble? Is there enough evidence to prove that it was worth it? Okay, I was speeding because I was on my way to the emergency room.
Oh, you gotta convince the AI that it's cool?
This. Yeah. So at what point do we it's either a yes or a no. There's not extenuating circumstances. Were you over the age of 18 messing with a 12-year-old? Yes or no? Okay. Were you 20? Were you 19? Were you 40? Like, at what point do we stop trying to oh, well, that was during the times, and yes, those things were wrong, but that's just what we allowed. So, yes, Aaliyah was 14 messing with a 30-year-old. All the people arguing with me about Kimora and Russell. Oh, he made her.
Nah, he
She was a supermodel, for one. She was a child. He followed around and then groomed and then married and then. You're a 30-year-old messing with a 16-year-old. At what point do we say, you're wrong? There's no more and. You're wrong. What you did was wrong. Now you're hiding in a foreign country with your child bride. Like, you're wrong. What you're doing is wrong.
That nigga, he
You
in
talking
Bali?
about Woody Allen?
Nah, Russell
Simmons.
He in Bali
Don't
chilling.
put that on Wilson. He minds his business.
Oh, they don't Russell. No,
He
Russell
minds
Wilson.
his
I
business.
fuck with Russell Wilson.
Not Sierra's husband.
I like Russell Wilson.
You will not.
The day he cheat though,
I don't think it'll happen.
Don't put that on there, man.
That would not happen.
I'm not saying he gonna do
That's
it.
not gonna happen.
But the day he
That's
do
not
some
gonna
foul
happen.
shit.
And if it does happen, we would never hear about it.
Anytime a celebrity cheat, people are always counting on the downfall of somebody who's actually
And that's
doing
sad.
good. And that's why I think
I like Russell Wilson though.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general. I think that's where cancel culture really
Misery
comes
loves
in.
company.
I think cancel culture really just predicates itself on trying to cancel people, especially those doing good. Because
Misery loves company.
Lord forbid, if anything ever happened with Keith Lee, internet's on fire, bro.
Oh my God, the restaurants he
people-
done shit on.
People be waiting to just shit on people who are doing good. Like,
I think misery loves company, and people love to normalize celebrities. So it makes me feel less bad about my circumstances if
a
you
celebrity's doing
experience the same thing, because then I'm not the problem.
Oh, we
You
love the fall of kings.
You have all this money, you have all this access, and at the end of the day, you're human too. Like, people just want to feel recognized and equal.
Yeah.
But you don't have to feel that at the demise of someone else. And I think we saw that with Meg and
Clay.
Mm-hmm. Like, there are so many men that are excited that this happened because they hate women and they hate Meg. And there are so many women that hate Meg and are happy that this happened because now they can shoot their shot. Like, it's very sad to see.
So y'all seen it today. We was canceling folks, you know what I'm saying? But not really.
Who would you cancel before we go?
Shit.
I'm canceling Oprah.
So here's the thing, and I have a lot of love for him because he actually did do a lot for sports, especially black men. When when I was coming up in college, Stephen A. Smith. So I don't want to say I want to cancel guys. I don't want to cancel him. I would just like him to recognize what he's doing. I know he says that he does a lot for the black community today, and I agree he does. But what he has to realize is that he's also at the same time bringing us back. While he pushes forward, he's bringing us back at the same time. So it's not really progression. He thinks it's progression, but it's not. I think he thinks he's super right in his ways, and I don't think he is. He has to understand he's not. I mean, people are not attacking you for no reason. We loved you back in the day, literally 20 years ago, when you was on the show with Skip Bayless, and when you was doing your thing, ESPN. But what you're doing politically, that's just not the right way to go. for the people who don't have what you have. You've amassed multiple millions, and so you're the biggest soapbox. This is why LeBron ran up on you. He's not running up on you because you're a regular commentator. You are the number one commentator. You're probably the most popular black commentator in sports of all time. And what you have to say is a major deal because every single black person listens to you when it comes to sports. So when you start moving politically in that realm towards a party that wants our entire community down with a racist administration, you got to understand that you're aligning with racists. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we see it.
I don't think he should be canceled for his opinion.
No, I'm saying I don't think it should be canceled. It's just I need him to recognize that. But because I don't think anybody should, currently that I'm thinking of, I don't think anybody should be canceled. But he is the person who I think
I have a laundry list
that they're trying to cancel. Like people are literally actively trying to cancel him, like on TV.
I don't think
like,
he should be canceled.
He's
allowed to have his own political beliefs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why you have to stop just dick riding everybody because then you wouldn't be disappointed. I'm canceling Oprah because she, in my opinion, is not a great human. I feel like you can go back and look at her interviews. She's not nice, and a lot of girls at her school go missing, and she was actively involved in Jeffrey Epstein and taking her young black school children to there, and they went missing. And
Jeffrey Epstein? Is this real?
Yeah. And then Google it. And then there's always a certain amount of girls that go missing from her school every year.
You're telling me today that she flew kids on a Jeffrey Epstein trip to his island, and they went missing, and nothing happened to Oprah?
Google it.
And the black community does not know this?
Google it. She also bought a bunch of land in Hawaii right before the fires, and a lot of Native Hawaiians were displaced, her and The Rock. And a lot of them were displaced, and she basically said, "Oh well." Didn't offer any of her.
You guys see? Well, I'm gonna look it up. I don't know, man. I feel like I know Oprah's not untouchable. She's not that untouchable. You know what I'm saying? To where niggas wouldn't know that. That's kind of crazy.
Look it up. I talked about this when I talked about how great Angelina Jolie is. If you notice, Angelina Jolie and all of her adoption and everything she does in Africa, I've never seen her with Oprah. And they work in a lot of the same areas.
I don't really see Oprah a lot anyway.
Right. After her name was brought up in the Epstein files and all the young girls that went
missing. She be taking her Ozempic and be out the way. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
So that's who I'm canceling.
So those are people who, you know what I'm saying, we have stuff about. She want to ex Oprah and paper doctors, you know what I'm saying? I'm on some more neutral shit. I think, people just need to look in the mirror and be okay with what they did in the past. But today, you know what I'm saying, it is the bridge, ATL. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the great things. Keep commenting, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, holla at your girl. Shout out to Tyler, you know what I'm saying? And we got the building. New studio, we might come back. I don't know, man.
Do y'all like it?
We're going to see. Let us know how y'all feel about it. Peace.
Bye.